But like, I'm sorry, I think of the goofy-looking sharpshooter dude, and there's no fucking way that man's commanding any sort of respectable bounty. Jesus Burgess is not above $1 billion. I'm sorry.
I mean, he lost to. Look, am I in a bad? Yes, am I in a bad state right now? Because I'm doing this a lot right now. Yeah, he lost to Sabo, whose equivalent bounty was also only 500-ish million. I believe we saw. Are his eyes invisible?
No, they're very tiny underneath the shadow lines at the top of his eyes.
I was gonna say that'd be way more freaky.
Got the Undertaker look going on.
But yeah, everyone's got super inflated. Like Crocodile's bounty went up to 1.8 or 1.9 or something billion. Mihawk, I still don't think we know, but presumably it also doubled or tripled or 5 times or something. Fucking Buggy's bounty went from the 15 million to 3.3 or 3.1 or whatever billion it was, but it's currently higher than Luffy's.
That's insane, actually. Well, granted, he's got 2 of the strongest warlords in the world at his back, so there is that.
And they'd fucking hate him for that.
Yeah. Truly one of the best bits of comedy writing that. I mean, Oda's great at comedy writing. That's one of the best bits I think he's done so far.
Does Robin just look bad in this game in general?
I'm starting to suspect it might be the case. Augur might be $1 million. Teleporting would be considered dangerous to civilians.
I think you mean billion, but yes. You just gotta have to roll with the punches, I guess. If you tell me someone's bounty is 2.6 or whatever billion, sure, whatever, go for it. It doesn't really matter. And more often than not, if a bounty is a weird number, it's just a pun.
Someday, Chopper's bounty will reach $1.
His bounty currently is at $100. It used to only be $10.
No, is actually 100 berries?
It was 100. It became 1,000. I think it's now currently 1 million.
Oh shit! Now he's worth
$100.
$10,000. I'm converting the berries to yen here.
Yeah, that's basically how it works. So the numbers are actually a lot less impactful than most Westerners would imagine.
But still not insignificant. They can afford about, if you were to capture Shanks and turn him in, you would get about 4 months rent in New York.
You still can't buy a house with with even the highest person's bounty. Do you need to print all those world government stamps when you're inside a government base?
Oh yeah, I forgot you can dash like that.
Why is he so slow? He's turning into a car. He's got
No,
wheels.
he actually is kind of faster.
I sort of expect for him to be the equivalent of a Zeta mode when he does that. But sadly, he doesn't become that fast.
Nah, unfortunately, that is not so much the case. Anyway, I do remember a little bit about how to use Buggy here.
He's very fun, but not that powerful.
There's a Buggy Ball.
Who the hell is Muggy? And he makes the most devastated face you've ever seen.
I will never get used to baby voicing fucking Buggy here. It's always one of the funniest things to me as a Dragon Ball fan.
Yeah. But you get back
Sir,
here.
come back here. I wish to have words with you.
Thank you, Whitebeard.
Special Muggy Ball. We called it that, too.
Yeah, that's sort of what I mean when I say he's very fun, he's very flashy, but he's not got much power. That was my level 2, and it only did like 30%.
I mean, to be fair, some of this AoE looks actual god tier, so fair enough. Oh, he's also a speed type, too. Damn. I'm realizing the advantage of speed types, and I didn't realize this was going to be one of the big things, too, is that they also slow down enemies around you, combined with increasing your own attack speed. That's kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah. Mother, get back here.
I'm trying to figure out exactly.
Didn't we get you back last time? I thought we did.
I thought so, too.
Damn it. Motherfucker actually dodged me. You son of a bitch.
Dodged you? I don't think he was there to begin with.
No, he was going in front of me. I was about to hit him, and then he just did a sharp dash to the right.
Oh, also, since we got him on the screen right now, I guess it's also worth mentioning, One of the funniest parts of the Netflix One Piece show is also Buggy himself. Holy fuck. I don't know who the actor is who did him, but genuinely one of the most fun performances that was actually there. Like, they managed to capture a psychotic clown without just dipping into Heath Ledger very fucking nicely.
I remember you thought for a while that it was Ben Stiller, and that would have been.
I mean, doesn't it look like him?
Yes, and it would have been very funny. He very much carries the Ben Stiller energy.
Yeah, he really. It was the face and the hair. I literally thought it was Ben Stiller for a bit. By the way, I found out the Netflix series apparently made Buggy a Tumblr sexy man. No, everyone, that is true. That right. That was the funniest thing.
When they did the pre-promotion with him on the Tumblr dashboard, just staring at your pictures,
and no one knew who the fuck he was because not everyone on Tumblr is a One Piece fan. So everyone was just posting like, "Who is this Bug Man?" Or yeah, exactly. Who's the Clown Man here, and why is he looking at me?
And see, I just have to think that if you didn't already know who he was, there's no way on earth you would want to know who he is based on how they laid that out.
But conversely, the advertising for the One Piece show on Tumblr was fucking awesome.
Yes.
They had like different promotions every day. You could get stickers on your handle of the Straw Hat itself. It was really nice. They really actually kind of pulled through with that one.
And then it became, as we found out very recently, the most watched show on Netflix, I think maybe ever.
I don't know about ever, but it was definitely the most viewed one in 2023. That's for fucking sure.
No, it might actually be that because everyone on the world cares about One Piece. No one outside of America cares about Stranger Things or Black Mirror or what was the previous biggest one? Fucking Orange is the New Black or whatever shit.
I wouldn't necessarily jump to that kind of conclusion, but definitely for sure it's gonna have a wider reach audience, that's for sure.
No, because like everyone on One Piece is the highest selling manga of all time. It literally has outsold everything short of Superman, including Batman and every Marvel comic ever made.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen in just the space of America and Japan. That has to happen on literally a worldwide stage.
What you have to be worried about there, though, is the Netflix's proclivity for also regional locky law content. So I'd be concerned about them all actually getting the One Piece show itself. But if we manage to get that many eyeballs, I don't think that's that much of a concern after all. Hi, Wapple.
I think this is also some of the highest money they've ever spent. So they're going to get that in front of as many countries as they can.
Yeah.
Like within a week, it got like 80 million views.
Oh my God, Netflix had Squid Games? I completely forgot about that.
That was their
Not
show.
that Squid Games existed, but the fact that it was on Netflix, it wasn't just like something Mr. Beast created in a fever dream.
He made his own after the fact because apparently he's an idiot that didn't get the purpose of the show was to be capitalism bad.
Literally, it was just to get clicks, and that's unfortunately the click optimization algorithm of Google, baby.
But also, Squid Games was a thing that I stopped hearing people talk about after 3 months, and I still see people posting GIFs or reaction videos or whatnot of One Piece Netflix. So it's got, I think, a bit more staying power.
I think that's because that's your recommended feed, but I see what you mean. I don't imagine you're getting a lot of X reacts to Squid Games on your YouTube recommendeds, personally speaking.
I mean, not now, but believe me, I was getting that everywhere back in the day. I'm not trying to downplay that. I just think some things because of a built-in audience stick around longer. Squid Games was entirely new. One Piece had a 25-year legacy at that point.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry, something like 28 years at that point. Who is that? That's currently rummaging around my home base. Oh, it's Teach. What the fuck are you doing here? Oh no, sorry, Don Krieg.
So we just got all the greatest hits of East Blue going on right now. Awesome.
They sure will reuse everything.
The purpose of the show was Death Game are dumb and never worth money. That and also what capitalism can do to a motherfucker. Because like literally the meme, I thought you were financially stable. What happened?
Now maybe this is a bias here, but I feel like you could just watch Kaiji, and making a live-action version of Kaiji and or Akagi probably actually would have been much more financially safe, because not because of a guarantee to sell, but because it probably would have cost less money. Because the death games that the people play in that game are you're playing a game of poker, or you're playing a game of mahjong or slots. or something that doesn't cost a whole ton of money to film, versus the actual life or death games.
Was it literal
physical challenge?
Was it filmed in like Korea also?
I mean, it's not a matter of filming on location being expensive, just some of the equivalent stunts being expensive.
I think okay, so here's one thing about Netflix. They don't always directly finance these kind of things, but they will distribute it. So I'm pretty sure this might have actually been made locally in like South Korea or something, and then distributed through Netflix itself. They might help get a Kickstarter going, but they don't have like their own in-house directors they send out to shoot on location or anything. Often people will come to them because they are the biggest platform 90% of the time.
The other thing is that Netflix has made a huge push on One Piece in general because they're also funding Studio Wit remake, and they also put a shit ton of One Piece actually on Netflix. You can watch up to Marineford, all 500 episodes on Netflix, and they're also simulcasting Egghead at the same time as every other platform, which is really funny because it's like, hey, we have the first 520 episodes of One Piece. Also, jump up to episode 1070 of One Piece. From there, we don't have any of the intervening episodes yet. You sure have a strategy there.
I'll say, sadly, you can easily grab people more if you say it's a death game over a gambling drama. Yeah, it do be like that. Also, a little more high concept as well in terms of really conveying the idea of what capitalism can do to a motherfucker as well.
You also probably can't sell Kaiju as a protagonist to most of the Western world, considering his scenario is one of those all too common in Japan where it's, I have crippling social anxiety, so I can't possibly get a job with normal people. Even though I have nothing physically stopping me, I'm too in my own head, so I'll play this gambling game to make money rather than dealing with a job on the daily and social interaction with normal people on the daily. There are a lot of anime that are about exactly that. Most famously, Welcome to the NHK.
I have nothing to contribute to that front because I've never really watched a lot of those shows.
But you understand the concept.
I get the idea, yeah.
Oh, actually, he's just down there, damn it. All right, Teach, get the fuck out here. Literally hiding in the corner.
Sounds out of character for him.
Yeah, that was definitely a bad angle, that shot. I love how disjointed all of his attacks are, and you can keep going while other attacks are currently going.
Yeah.
Thank you, camera angle. Oh, this cutscene plays either way. Oh, all of their eyes are inverted.
Guess so. I guess it was just most immediately obvious with Robin then.
Her eyes are the biggest. I bet there just reads like I ran up and kicked him in the ass.
Yeah. Man, I think I'm going to take a break after we're done with this chapter. I'm feeling my eyes going cross-eyed a little bit.
Yeah, but I also want to refill my water.
Yeah. I didn't get it when I played this age on... Well, I'm not complaining, I guess.
My assumption is probably that if you've seen a cutscene once, even if it's one that you have to fulfill a condition for, it'll probably play it every time from then on.
I don't know if they would do that, but that would certainly be convenient. Jesus. Yeah, definitely use your super here. Next time, I guess. Is it the magic of upscaling, or am I only just realizing that a lot of smoke trails are actually like purple chains?
No, that's always been like that. It's more prominent here, though.
Yeah, how have I not actually... Are we only just now getting more cutscenes that actually do have the characters possessed? Because I feel like maybe I just never noticed it before because of, 720p back in the day.
No, this actually has been like that the whole time. They're just not this close to frame normally.
Yeah. Yep. And Crocodile was made a fucking speed type. That would not have been my first choice for him, but all right.
In 4, he's a flight type.
I guess it kind of makes sense.
He's a Logia. They all Logias have to be flying types. They can all fly.
Every single commander here is just dying all at once.
I was trying to use my level 2, actually. Thank you. Man, when guys aren't fully loaded in, they just flicker.
Yeah.
Escaping. Wait, I actually have to take care of them before they leave?
Huh.
Imagining Mihawk having a scene here with Zoro.
Yeah. Again, a lot of untapped writing potential there, considering Mihawk did train for 2.5 years. No, 2 years.
Hey, now that was a direct shot. What the hell?
I don't think it actually was. Ace is a sky type in 4, is he? I don't think so. I feel like he actually was a speed type, I want to say.
I think he was power.
That would also make sense.
Shit. I'll be there soon, Robin Chuan.
How is Sanji actually doing damage to Robin?
You know, that's a good question, actually. You'll be fine.
Actually confused. About that.
About which?
About Robin.
Oh. I guess the rules are only for thee, not for me.
Or maybe there's probably also a bunch of commanders over there too, I'll be willing to bet.
Probably.
Surprised there's no cutscenes. I wonder if there's a cutscene with Zoro and Mihawk now. But conversely, they're trying to escape, so I'm not sure if we want to find out or not.
That would require one of us to play the stage again with him. And not right now, thank you. Fucking finally. Okay, give me...
That better have been the last time. Yep.
Okay, yeah, he's real now. Or he's back to normal.
Hope it sticks. Oh, yeah, no, that's a lot of dudes in one base. Buggy ball here.
That's what I'm trying.
I can tell you with the unlocked movies, no, there isn't. Okay, that's odd. You think there would be, but I guess not. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, most of those guys are ours in this area.
I feel like there's also a lot of enemies in here, too, to be fair.
It's...
God, there's so much happening on the screen right now. Fucking hell.
These attacks
It really does make you go cross-eyed after a little bit.
These attacks are very chaotic, I'll grant you that.
No, not Buggy himself necessarily, but the amount of shit that gets wedged on screen with it running at like 10 frames per second.
Oh.
Did we just win?
Yeah, that was the end of that, I guess.
Oh, okay.
What?
2 hours probably?
How was it 9 p.m.? We started at like 6:30.
We didn't actually start at 6:30.
Oh. When did we start?
6:50-ish.
Ugh. That's okay. Only another 6 stages to go. We're halfway there.
Even though the remaining is going to take, well, probably more time.
I love this.
Although honestly, depending on how much longer this goes, this could turn into a 3 recording session game. Holy crap.
I don't think it'll be that bad. Plus, we also don't have the problem we had last time where it got really hot really quickly.
Yeah, it is. I think it says. Let me go check that.
Also, Buggy dabbed before it was cool. He was dabbing 20 years before that became a meme.
Yep, 2 hours, 23 minutes.
I'm gonna try and make the rest of us go a little bit faster if we can.
I don't imagine there's much more we can trim out of it if we start skipping a lot more cutscenes quicker. Are we even at the end of chapter 3 yet, by the way?
Yes, this is the end of this chapter.
Okay. I didn't know if we saw one more to go.
No, this is everyone coming together and a plan finally starting to formulate.
Okay, so we do have the whole team back together now. Okay, that was taking a good while.
Yep, everyone's back together. Everyone from every other crew that got betrayed is back together. Now it's time to strategize and then mobilize.
I sure hope that neither Blackbeard nor Moria hit like a whole crap load of those dials underneath the fucking ship. Wouldn't that be a very funny turn of events?
They need to get a security system on that thing.
They have their security system. They got beat up over the course of 2 years.
Rather, something active, presence undetected. Frankie shoots a gun.
Yeah. We absolutely can't lose with the whole team together. Not like you've never lost before with the whole team together. Certain light man.
Repeatedly.
To be fair, that's the first time I think we've actually seen him say it.
Yeah, I mentioned that to you a while ago, that it happens a handful of times, but it happens very late into the game. Much later than I would have thought. I guess I have to assume that the rest of it comes from the crew mode.
Probably.
But at some point, he also, I'm fairly certain, also doles out a me hearties, or someone does that.
Want my help for the stage with the route split to show the true route? So we're going to show both routes. Against our better judgment. So that way, I think the second one maybe, or showing the second route off.
Momentarily.
That being said, though, since we are getting to the back portion of this game, yeah, we should start elaborating on things a little bit. Can we show best results for each of the stages, by the way?
Best results.
Like togging L1 and R1.
Wow.
Here we go. Okay, let me show you guys a thing or two. So, these are all the rough times we've been going through so far. And you can see that some of these missions have been getting a little bit lengthy. Not too bad. This one took a little bit because, it's just Punk Hazard. Now, here's where things are going to take a little bit of a jump. Brace yourselves. 9 minutes. All right. 21 minutes. Yeah. 21 minutes. Okay. 14 minutes. All right. 24 minutes. Yeah. We are definitely going to need a break before going into this last section of the game because, Jesus Christ, I remember back in the day, I think some of these videos took like 40 some odd minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is why I say it's not impossible. This might turn into a 3-session game. Holy fuck.
It'd be really funny to have to come back afterwards to only do 2 stages.
Not impossible, though, considering, these. Jesus, this is going to be a fun time. By the way, we'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to get some refreshments, just plan out a course of attack, and we should be good.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, yeah, no.
We'll see how we're feeling after another 3 stages. If we have to take a second break, we can take a second break.
Can you imagine that? Holy fuck. All right, back in a few, boys.